Hello there and welcome to Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition, where I'm trying out something. I'm trying to do a little bit of a port analysis, something that I've been wanting to do for some time. So yeah, I don't know if I can really call it analysis. I'm not really going deep into the analysis of the game, but I am going to show you what you will be getting if you get it. Some settings, warning you of some glitches and things like that that just happened if you noticed it. Because I just now noticed something just vanished from the geometry. I don't know why. But yeah, there's a couple of things to mention. First thing to note is there's a little performance meter at the top left corner of the screen that you can toggle on and off that shows you your frames, your system memory, GPU memory, and the speed that it's loading information from the hard drive. So that's kind of neat. Which, extra points for giving me that, because not every game gives me a little performance meter. Wish they did, but they don't. That's fine. So, first thing, or second thing, as it seems, let's look at display, where you get to change your resolution, and you can go all the way down to 800 by 600, which I can't remember the last game that let me do that. And there's a reason why, I assume, why 4K is not an option, and I'll get to that in a minute. Wouldn't matter either way because I don't have a 4K capturing device and a 4K monitor, so 1080p is about the highest as I can go. You also get VSync, main display, so you can change the monitor it's on, and this is where you can toggle on and off your little performance meter. And now for graphics, you get a frame rate lock of 30, 60, and 120. I have a 60Hz monitor, and when I set it to 120, it had some like frame skipping issues, so there's that. That might be an isolated issue. They also added in a new custom preset, or a new preset, where the benchmark only had low, average, and high. This one has highest, because there are some options that have a highest mode. So we'll look at that. You may notice that the assets feature is not only toggled off, but is grayed out, because that is where the 4K textures would go. And I'm assuming the reason why I don't have 4K is because I don't have them installed, because I tried installing them, they installed separate, and it would have taken me 6 hours, because they are huge. So we're just ignoring that right now. We got model level of detail, so it's low, average, and high. We got the memory used for texture data, there we go, which is low, average, high, and highest. We've got some anisotropic filtering, which is low, average, and high. Geomapping, on and off, which I have it off because it really didn't play nicely with my computer. Frames started dropping, so there's that. Lighting is low, average, and high. Also, I will at some point, maybe very soon, show you what everything looks like just turned off or at its lowest setting. The stuff I can without it trying to boot me back to the main menu. So we'll just see what that looks like. So shadows, low, average, and high. Ambient occlusion, none, average, and high. Got anti-aliasing, which I typically keep on FFXV because, again, TAA doesn't really handle, my computer doesn't handle it very well. So, also I have my computer specs in the description for anybody who needs that information. Motion blur on and off. Filtering low, average, high, and highest. And we've got the NVIDIA Works features. So we've got Hairworks. High quality ambient occlusion, which I have off. Because the last time I turned this on, it again did not agree with my computer. And my frames started dropping very rapidly in certain areas. Then we got turf effects. And shadow libs, which is advanced soft shadows. So far, from what I can tell, hair effects, or Hairworks, and turf effects, and shadow libs don't seem to be doing much to drop my frame rate. But I'm pretty sure if I set my preset to the highest it can go, I will be stuck at 30. So, let's just play the game, experience it, have some fun, jump around. Another thing I noticed, I can't do this now, I might be able to kick my mouse from this direction, because I'm currently sitting in a chair, because that sounds like a great idea. Originally, I planned on sitting in front of the computer, but this is a experiment. But if you just, like, use the keyboard and mouse, which you got full keyboard and mouse controls, or use another controller, it changes the button prompts on the fly. So there are Xbox button prompts, PC control button prompts, and PS4 button prompts. I haven't really tested it out with like an Xbox One controller, because I assume they would change, but that's what they did in the demo. So I'm assuming that has not changed for the worse. So yeah, let's go do some stuff. So I made a discovery. I've experienced few glitches. There were a couple of weird. That's there. That was weird. All right. You may also notice I'm using a cactus sword. Can I spawn it? Yep, there it is. NVIDIA Steamworks is a full thing that you can do. The workshop. And there's some nice little mods that Square Enix have put into the game, like a cactus sword. And I may have footage of this, but also each time I finish battle, that keeps happening. I may need to turn that off. I may have 10 billion little screenshots of me fighting. But anyways, there's a weird little cactar mod, which turned most of the NPCs into cactars. It was like a cactar invasion, and it was weird, and my worst nightmare. So there's that. Oh, I'm in stasis mode. Okay, whatever. But anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, there was a weird glitch that occurred out of nowhere. That was Noctis. His clothes froze for some reason. I don't know why. I changed one little setting in the game, and all of Noctis's clothes froze. And the only way I could really fix it was if I went into the main menu, and then I came back, and it was fixed. And I have not been able to reproduce it. Mostly because I don't know how I did it in the first place.
We're here.
A tune fit for royalty.
Indeed.
Let's go in and find the marshal.
We have arrived. Jeez, Square Enix, I have one thing to say about this game as a whole. Jump and accept do not need to be the same button. Ah!
Yeah. Wanna tell me what I'm here for?
All of the swords are cactar.
The power of kings.
Oh, another thing. A part of Steam Workshop were, let me see. There we go. I was able to download this. So that's kind of neat that was there. You also get like all of the special DLC costumes, which is nice. You get all the DLC in general. This is essentially the Royal Edition. I think I forgot to mention that. With all of the DLC, all of the special little story things. Hello. Fear my cactar sword. Ha! Yeah, all of the little DLC things, new story stuff, a new expanded map, new secret bosses.
You haven't lost your edge one bit, Marshal.
New stuff. Lots of new stuff. Oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. Oh, I reproduced it. I don't know how. Look. Look at his clothes. Why is this happening? Why? Okay. Let's go back to the tile screen. No, I need to save first. Oh, I can't save. Now, granted, it would be hilarious if I continue with the story with my clothes like that, but it would bother me. I don't remember that actually ever being a thing in the console version, so hopefully it can be fixed. It seems to be regular enough, apparently. So you get all of the DLC, including Comrades. So there's that. Just wanted to show that real quick since I'm here. So let's go. You also, the Assassin's Festival and the Chocobo Festival, of course, aren't included. So that's why this is grayed out, but since it's still here, I'm assuming they're planning on doing more festival sort of temporary expanded things. So that could be neat. Let's go, new, or load game. I think this was my most recent one? Yes. It is indeed. Oh, come on. Ah, I didn't autosave. Alright.
Sid mentioned. It looks like a hub for hunters.
Maybe they know something.
Your Highness, I'm glad you're safe. Head for the royal tomb.
Across the land, blossoms from Tenebrae can be seen displayed in memoriam, with no
Can't keep up with this guy.
First the Crown City, then Hammerhead, then the Royal Tomb?
His nickname should have been Core the Restless.
Somehow not as catchy as Core the Immortal.
Making it out of insomnia only adds to his legend.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
The wise make their own luck.
You think it's a coincidence he's made it out of all those battles alive?
Last thing I need now.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed. Get
Wonder what drew him to the Royal Tomb.
A morbid curiosity, it'll be. Kings of Lucis.
Only one way to find out.
Watch out!
We're here.
A tomb fit for royalty.
Let's go in and find the Marshal.
No more Mr. Nice Guy!
Pronto!
Onward. Yep. Marshal. At last, Your Highness. That's not the only power. Another... There are tombs scattered across the land. I'll... not only to help, but to get a measure of your strength.
So, just how many of these powers are out there?
There are 13 known royal arms, each enshrined at a royal tomb. At the location of only a few. I've enlisted the help of the hunters. Roamed the land in search of lost tombs.
Where's the one nearby you mentioned?
Trench. We know there to be in crypt, deep inside the tunnels. You haven't lost your edge one bit, Marshal. Still got an edge at any rate.
Okay, so I did go back to the main menu. The game did not autosave. I also could not save, as it seems, because story things. So I had to restart that cutscene. But on the bright side, I discovered it is definitely purely random. Because as you can see, everything's fine. I still don't know why it happens. And maybe it could be rectified through a patch or something, but still.
Long years ago,
That's the thing that's happening. There also seems to be occasional frame drops, especially during battle. But it's not too bad. And there's some texture pop-in whenever you're moving really fast. Which otherwise I don't notice it too much. But so far my experience seems to be really good. It's just really good. There was one time where a cutscene moved at like 30 frames per second, just randomly while the while the performance meter was still showing me 60 frames. So there's that. There's one of those frame drops, which I'm starting to think is probably primarily due to a lot of particles on screen. Yeah. So that's probably my explanation for that. Yeah. But yeah, I think I already mentioned this. I'm not sure. But this is essentially the Royal Edition. So you get all the DLC right off the bat. You get some new story stuff. Some new cutscenes, new secret bosses.
Don't get used to it. Before you know it.
Some new additional things. Just a whole bunch of fun new stuff.
Wasn't there before.
Oh jeez, that actually scared me. I am trying to keep from spoiling the game a little bit. I am skipping certain cutscenes. And I am in purely chapter 2, I believe. I am indeed still in chapter 2. Let me get through this. Please. Stupid X button. Anyways, that aside, so far, so good with my experience. There is something that I forgot to do during this little experiment. Is I did say that I was going to change everything to its lowest setting. So let me go ahead and do that. Change LOD to low, trim to low, filtering low, geomapping is off, lighting is low, shadows are low. Wait. I did turn this on a minute ago. In between cuts, I accidentally turned this on. Okay, I had to make sure. Anyways, off. Anti-aliasing is off. Motion blur off. Filtering is also low. Hairworks off. Just all NVIDIA features are off. Let's see what it looks like. So far, at the lowest settings, it doesn't look bad. It actually looks really good. So if you have a computer that can't play this at its highest settings, or at high settings at least, you're not technically getting a bad experience. Although you can definitely tell when the settings are really low. But besides that, so far, except for that weird graphical glitch that just happened, change everything back to normal. So if you're on the fence as to whether or not you want to get Final Fantasy 15, or you've never played it before, I actually really recommend this one. This is essentially just a Royal Edition, like I believe I've mentioned numerous times. But you get a whole bunch of neat little new things, like new cutscenes. All the DLC is here. It's pretty good value, and I do recommend the PC version because so far it's been a pretty consistent experience. Okay, so slight location change. I'm now in Chapter 3, and after closing out the game and then coming back to it after the recording was over, I've figured out a few things that I forgot to mention that I kind of just wanted to touch on before finishing the video. First off, I currently have installed, whoa, okay, we're causing a small traffic jam. Okay, anyways, I have installed the high resolution textures pack, or assets, and that is indeed what this is for. Down here, like I said it was. So there we go. High resolution textures, which is super neat. I also don't seem to, I still don't seem to have, my display settings, a 4K option. Unless if I do and I'm not seeing it. But anyways, besides that, you may have also noticed, I don't know if you did, I have turf effects turned off. Because this area is just full of grass. And let's just see what happens when I turn them on. There we go. There we go. I'm now reading 53, or whoa. Whoa, it's going way lower than it used to. Yeah. My computer doesn't really agree with turf effects. Whoa. Don't need to go all the way down there. There we go. Another thing I forgot to mention is that, see, it's just so much better without them on. Another thing I forgot to mention is if you press down the left and right control sticks, or press in on the keyboard, you get a little first person mode. And everything you can do in third person, you can do. Are you okay, Gladio? You're just ready to fight something. We're fine. There's nothing wanting to kill us right now. For the first time in a while. But you can do everything you can do in third person mode in first person, which is super neat. I like it. Another thing is, I am right in front of my keyboard and mouse, so now I'm sure what the keyboard and mouse controls are like.
Breeze feels good.
Indeed.
And surprisingly enough, I actually really like them. I never liked the keyboard and mouse controls in RPGs. It's a little weird to get used to, but the mouse is really snappy. All the controls, well, most of the controls at least, seem to be placed relatively fine. Mouse wheel switching around with your arms, with your weapons. And, let's see. Yes, and is indeed how you get into first person mode. So, yeah. Also, if I stand still, PC controls. And if I use my, PlayStation controller, it switches back to PlayStation controls, which I love. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more, please press the little subscribe button, helps out a lot. And if you like this video specifically, please like and share this video, it helps out a lot as well. And if you have any suggestions as to let's see, any suggestions as to what kind of games you would like to see me do, sort of a, I guess, port analysis type of thing. If I can, I will try to do them. And just do my darndest to show you how they work and look and function. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.